speaking of dynasties, I think I was living in Newcastle about 10 years ago, and New South Wales had just won, and they were talking about Tedesco and all this, and it was going to be a dynasty for New South Wales. They're going to go on a 10-win streak and whatever. It sort of hasn't eventuated, but they looked pretty good at the MCG the other night.
How good.
Is this the start of maybe something special for New South Wales, or are they still in doubt for this game of Game 3, Queensland?
To be honest, as an ex-player, the worst thing you can do is like really think ahead and think it's like a dynasty is coming. But now that I'm not playing, I would love to say yes, 100%. We've got the team to do it. I feel what Michael Maguire, man, there was so much pressure coming into this series on Michael Maguire's shoulders, particularly after Game 1. I thought he's been outstanding. He's really took on that pressure and used it to his advantage. I thought he brought the best out of New South Wales for Game 2. It's a big physical side. You can see the team he's picked and the players he's picked. Like, these guys won't take a backward step. You look at Queensland, and you got guys there that if they were to go toe to toe with New South Wales, like, you can see a bit of weakness, not only from Queensland as players, but even Billy Slater, when he was pressed on a few questions in the press conferences, he looked like we've seen a side of him we hadn't seen before. Like, even before Game 1, everyone was questioning his decision about Selwyn Cobbo on the bench, but he stuck to his guns and he was so confident with his answers. This time around, after that loss, there's a bit of nervousness around the Queensland camp, and you can see it with Billy's question answers, and as well with, I think there's been a few question marks around this decision maker around why not pick David Fafita? Like, is that not worth a gamble? Like, he's picked Kurt Capel, great back rower, but what David can bring to a footy side, he's like, in my opinion, I feel like it's silly not to have him in the side because he's a wrecking ball. He attracts 3 defenders every time. And maybe it's something like, I know Billy, he's like one of the most prepared players. Obviously, that's going to be transferring into his coaching career. So maybe he's seen something in David's game where he doesn't fully trust, and it's not worth a gamble. So, also, you've got to highlight the fact that our play in Brisbane, they've got strong form up in Brisbane. That's no secret. But he knows that this New South Wales team, like, they're dangerous. They've got threats across the park, and I feel like as well there's a bit of doubt in if this playing group can really match the intensity that New South Wales will bring.
Say there wasn't that silly brain fart in Game 1. Do you think this series is already over?
Don't remind me, please. I was there in the stadium when it happened, and it just sucked the air out of the stadium, man. It was just a moment in time where it just went horribly wrong, unfortunately. And, pending everything goes according to plan. Listen, even if it doesn't go according to plan, the New South Wales players team have to face a bit of adversity, I back them all day, every day. And that's putting bias aside. I feel like we've got the team, we've got the coach, the coaching staff. I feel like there's something special on the horizon, and hopefully it starts and finishes for Game 3 up in Brizzy.
So how does New South Wales win, and how does Queensland win? What are the keys for both sides there? Obviously, I know you're going to be a bit biased there, and Queensland hasn't got a chance. But what would you say?
Well, I think Queensland got to match the physical and the physicality and the intensity that New South Wales are going to bring. Like, it's no secret. We saw the game plan for Game 1 and 2, and it was straight through the front door. We can see that Queensland are pretty light up front. They've got only Mo Fodawaker on the bench. Their interchange bench is going to have to do a lot of work and bring a lot of spark for Queensland when they come on. You've got Kalen Ponga playing 14. What's that look like? Where's he going to come on? Is he going to be replacing Reece Walsh at the back there? I feel like that's almost a waste of an interchange because traditionally fullback should be playing full 80 minutes without breaking a sweat. And you've got the back three for New South Wales, carting the ball up out of yardage. And on top of that, you've got Payne Haas coming at you. You know, Jakey Trbojevic has been solid in defence for us. You've got Stephen Crichton, he's got absolute vices on his opposing centre. Like we saw that matchup of him and Hammer, and Hammer really didn't have much work to do. Saying that, Hammer's coming into this game having to rely on shoulder injections as well. So that's another thing. You've got Bradman Best coming into the fold. Is he going to replace what Latrell Mitchell brings? No, but he's definitely going to bring in a bigger work ethic. He's a big body, and he's a guy that loves the intensity and embraces getting up and close into Queensland faces. So I'm going to be totally honest. I feel like it's going to be one through the middle. Whoever's going to win that arm wrestle, I'm leaning towards New South Wales. I feel like they're just going to be they're a bigger side. They're more physical, and when it comes down to the crunch, I feel like they'll deliver.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.